Hey everybody, and welcome to the first inaugural episode of Sandy Mush Smokin' Co's Cooking with Steve. So it's a beautiful Sunday morning. We got the remnants of Hurricane Florence out there giving us some rain and some wind. And I'm here to cook breakfast for everybody here. So the recipe today is the breakfast hash, the hash that started the whole idea of Smokin' Co. Here. So what you're going to need is some onion, some potatoes, a spice. Today we're using the Panama red spice from Sandy Mush Smokin' Co. You can get it at the Etsy store. And about a quarter cup of olive oil, or an oil of your choosing, and a shallow baking pan. All right, the shallow is important. You want the air to be able to circulate. You don't want mushy vegetables. You want to have a nice little crisp to them if possible. So for the potatoes and onions, we're looking at about a quarter-inch, a little bit bigger than a quarter-inch dice to it. All right, so something like this. Like I said, about a quarter-inch to a little bit less than a half an inch. Something about that size, like a fingertip size. So we're going to do that and cut these up. But basically, now at this point you're just adding the oil, drizzling in the oil. Alright, just like that. And a nice liberal sprinkling of the spice blend here. Alright. And then they're put into the oven at 425 for an hour and a half. Now I know an hour and a half sounds like a long time, but that's the beauty of this recipe, is that it's in the oven. So it's really easy to just wake up early, get it chopped, and then you can go back and take a nap. You can do what I do, which is do some morning exercise routine, take a shower, have some more coffee, read the news, chat with some friends that start waking up as they start smelling the food. And it's a nice, slow morning process. I used to cook it in a pan, but on the weekends I'm usually out in Asheville seeing some of our amazing local music. And just like last night, I was at a hurricane party at the Asheville Music Hall, hosted by the Asheville All-Stars, Derek Johnson and Kyle Travers and Josh Blake and the rest of that funky bunch of people. And it was an amazing night of music, but that means that I didn't get home till 1 a.m. and it's now 9 a.m. and I'm a little groggy. So this works out well that I can get breakfast started and then slowly go about my day as I wake up. And yeah, that's about it. So it's an hour and a half at 425, and I break it up into basically after about 45 minutes I'll stir it, check on it, put it back in, and then 45 minutes after that it's ready to go. So I'll see you guys then. Bye. Steve here. I just wanted to give you a little update on the breakfast hash. It's been in the oven for about an hour and 15 minutes, which gives me about 15 to 20 minutes left. And I've decided for this morning, since it's a little cold and rainy out, that I want to add some poached eggs. The poached eggs will give us some nice runny egg yolk, a nice little texture and richness for the meal. And so basically I put a pan on, some water, added a little bit of vinegar to up the acidity, and it's going to be just below simmering, or a low simmer. And then what I'm going to do is crack some eggs into a spoon and slowly place them into the water. And they're going to sit in this hot water bath for about 3.5 minutes. Then I'm going to fish them out and put them right onto the breakfast hash. All right, so I'll show you a little bit of video on what that looks like. So that'll be going on. And I also wanted to cover, so I'm using the red potatoes today. but you can use whatever potatoes you have on hand. I also like to add sweet potatoes to the mix, especially in the summer. And then as fall weather sets in, I also like to incorporate some parsnips or some turnips or rutabaga, kind of make a fall vegetable breakfast hash. It really adds some interesting flavors and textures. Again, it's just whatever you have on hand. Red onions, yellow onions, whatever kind of potatoes you feel. And I almost forgot the most important ingredient, besides love, is music. So today, I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but we're cooking to some Paul Simon Graceland. It's a great, iconic album, and I highly encourage it for Sunday mornings. It's my favorite Sunday morning clean the house kind of music. So I'll show you guys a little, I'll splice in a little bit of the poached eggs, and we'll see how it goes. All right, see you guys. All right, so we're here. We got the potatoes done here. They're looking absolutely beautiful. All right. So here we have our breakfast hash. We have our poached eggs. As you can see, nice runny egg yolks. Just about a perfect way to start the morning. And so that's basically breakfast hash here at Synchronicity Farms, Sandy Mush Smoke & Co. So thanks for joining, and definitely check out the Etsy store. I'll be uploading some pictures and videos for that later today. The Etsy store is Sandy Mush Smoke & Co. Don't forget to like the video, have some comments, maybe suggest some recipes or some things you want to see on here. And thanks. See ya.